Today I'm going to do a 1 month review on my IC4, the Schwinn IC4 indoor cycling bike. With this bike, I've had it for about a month. I've made a couple modifications on it with the SBD pedals, the Shimano pedals. And so I do use clip-ins when I ride. With this bike, you're looking to spend around right now on Amazon, around $1,150. I think it's $1,149. So where we're going to start with the review is on the differences. So for myself, I upgraded from a Schwinn IC2 to this IC4. So some of the major differences that I immediately experienced was the adjustability on the handlebars going front and back. The next one is the seat capabilities. The seat is upgraded, so it's a much more comfortable seat than the IC2. The next thing that you'll notice when you compare them side to side is actually the frame. The frame is, I'll call it a more athletic frame, which also, when you look at the handlebars, it's a more athletic, just in the position and the angle that they're with. Still get a resistance knob, you still get a computer. The computer screen is upgraded. They do have the tablet or phone holder at the top here, which is, I'll say, pretty standard. The knobs on it are upgraded. They're much smoother. The flywheel is skinnier and much more modern. So it's a great bike, but those are the differences for myself when I upgraded from a Schwinn IC2. So the cons for the bike. For myself and riding in my body type and how I typically ride, I'm not saying I'm this crazy bike rider, indoor cycling bike rider, but one of the big things that I considered a con was actually the cup holder, towel holder, and weight holder that was right here. So I actually removed those when I got it, because when I tested it out, I was noticing that my knees were hitting the bottom of that and I couldn't really aggressively cycle, and I knew that it would become annoying for myself while I was riding. So I took that off. The next thing that I consider a con is actually the plug-in requirement. So this plug here, which in my opinion really isn't that long, you have to plug it in down at the bottom, near the bottom of the flywheel on the frame there, and that is what powers on the monitor. I consider that a con just because you have to have a outlet close by. The next thing, and all these things are kind of actually in the same area, and I would actually say that the handlebar adjustability is not the best, in my opinion. With the handlebars, the knob that is underneath there, it's kind of hard to adjust here. You have to almost have it in a sweet spot just to be able to kind of move it back and forth. So it's kind of difficult to adjust the handlebars front and backwards, just because the bar for the water bottle and towel holder is right there. And so you have to maneuver your hand under there just to move it. So those are the cons, in my opinion. 1 month of riding the bike, a few hundred miles on it. And the pros, I've actually kind of hinted at these already. The handlebars, the more athletic handlebars, I think they're more comfortable than the IC2 that I upgraded from. The flywheel is newer, and then the seat, that actually is, I think, a big pro for many riders, is the seat comfort. If you're on it and it's hurting you, or it's just not a pleasure to be riding on it, probably not to be doing as many miles as you want to. So seat comfort, big pro. Handlebars, I do like how they added these little adjustments here, just a little bit extra, that more surface area that you can place your hand on when you're standing. The way that I describe the flywheel and the resistance on it, it's more efficient compared to the bike that I was on before. A good way to say it is that if you think about like running shoes, if you have the right running shoes on, you're gonna be able to ride longer. That was one of the things I immediately saw, was that my distances were 3 to 5 miles more when I was riding. Those are my pros after 1 month. Kind of small, but I think they make a big impact. Overall, I'd say after 1 month, it's a good buy. Especially if you're not looking to spend a big amount of money on a bike. The price point, it's competitive. And if you're interested in it, we do have a link in the description, which helps keep this channel going. So please check that out. I would recommend it. I would definitely recommend it, just based upon 1 month of riding it, what I was riding before, other bikes I've ridden in gyms. Solid bike, at-home fitness. The cons that I mentioned, they're not really going to make the biggest effect on things, in my opinion. You can make those slight adjustments too, like removing these things. or you can keep them if you want to keep things more compact, if you're keeping your weights, all that kind of stuff on it. Your choice with it. So definitely a good buy after 1 month. Please subscribe. And if you like the video, hit that like button, that thumbs up, and we'll see you out there.